we're effectively unconscious. There's missing time. I know AI doesn't have an equivalent, but that's quite a profound thing, really. Like when we're unconscious, we're effectively offline. Um, you know, but yeah, I mean, if you, I know that doesn't solve the problem of the moral he's talking about, but I thought that was an interesting segue. You could sort of just merge into it, you know. I mean, if 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 the brain in the bottle scenario creates a brain that can live for 1,000 years just with biology, and you've long since replaced the rest of your body and organs with bionics or virtual sense, then that final step of replacing the actual brain with digital circuitry probably wouldn't mean as much.
I like where your head is at with this. Cutting in with your own thought experiment is exactly how you make this topic your own instead of just repeating Isaac's script. The transcription cut off right at the end, when their centered energies and Chang, but I can absolutely see where you are steering this. The classic brain in a vat or cyborg transition strategy. Instead of trying to scan the brain from the outside or instantly copying it to a computer, you are suggesting we physically take the actual biological brain out of the aging body and put it into a life support system, the jar. This completely changes the rules of the game for digital immortality. If we do it this way, we aren't making a copy yet. The original you is still physically moving with the brain. Let's flesh out your thought experiment. Were you thinking that 1. We keep the brain biological forever in the jar and just plug it into a virtual reality? 2. Or do we slowly, piece by piece, replace the biological neurons with silicon chips until the whole brain is digital without ever breaking your conscious stream? Tell me where you want.
Well, actually, it would be both. But I mean, the way I see it is like exactly what we were saying before. Is it doesn't matter how good AI gets your technology for the foreseeable future. It's always going to be a massive data center, even with known Moore's law or shrinking chips. Um, any kind of digital hardware, silicon chips, is so far away from being able to create anything like the human brain that can run on 20 watts of power. However, the human brain does it well, and the human brain needs to share its blood supply and everything with the human body, and that involves the blood-brain barrier and all sorts of things. Once you take all of that away and then apply some future biological tinkering, it seems much smarter to try to tweak the longevity of a biological computer that runs on 20 watts of power, so it can live for, 1,000 years easily, and then replace a lot of the things that brain does in a virtual sense or with bionics, and that could involve a avatar body with real-time data link from the jar, the brain in a jar. So advanced technology with all the sensors plugged into the nervous system of the brain stem. Presumably, it would be more than just the brain; it would be the brain and the spinal cord. Yeah, I mean, and so so future humans can run in, can jump into bionic mech suits, so to speak, or whatever, and have sensors and coordination and pick things up and do whatever they do now, and they can just as easily slip into a virtual world. But the brains in the jar would be kept, next to the silicon chips that are used to run the simulation, everything. That would also, of course, involve merging with AI, which is